we're giving our AI $100,000 to give in bonuses to people this year. And people, at lunch yesterday were like, well, how does it decide and this and this? And I'm like, well, if you want, I can just give you no money. If you don't want AI, they're like, what if AI? It's like, well, I can just not do the experiment. Do you just not want any money? Obviously, everyone's like, no, we want money. It's like, okay, well, then let's try to do it well. Because if this experiment doesn't work, no one's going to get any money after this. But if it works, then we'll keep doing it. I mean, like, it's almost self-evident to me that, like, you should. And what I think will happen over the next month or two is that people will basically have a debate back and forth, and through that dialogue, come up with a set of criteria for what is a good, like what deserves a bonus, basically, right? And what does not. And once you do that, you will no longer need a boss, like in theory, like that's the sort of experiments. Like everyone's obviously talking all about AI firing people and stuff like this, but I don't think people are talking enough about like the other side, which is like when you hire people, which will still happen, like you're going to need to promote people and like decide who to give currently that's a human thing. That should also probably be AI, Otherwise you're like letting humans who are very biased and manipulable and bribable, corruptible, and are hungry, and so all these sorts of biases, right? So to me, it's kind of obvious that like we're headed to a world in which like the humans will be doing work, will be doing certain kinds of tasks, but making decisions. I think people currently are making decisions while AI does the work. I think we'll end up actually in the opposite, where like we'll actually want the AIs to make the decisions because we'll know that they can think harder and longer, and we can give them a maximal amount of data so that they can make like the best possible decision. There can be some sort of court to argue, mediate, arbitrate, whatever. Like that will be what HR will then become. It'll be almost like an AI. Like I disagree with the decision this AI made or whatnot, right? That kind of thing. And then the humans should be doing other things. Like you may want to be the barista. You may want to talk to customers. You may want to build products. You may want to design. You may want to go for a walk. You may want to start a new business. That also you will change. Like depending on the day, depending on the month, depending on the year. Like whatever you want to do in your life, is going to change. Where you want to live, whatever. You're going to have kids, they're going to go to college, like all sorts of things are going to happen. I think maximum flexibility, right? Optionality is what's interesting to me because things will change and AI will like kind of unlock a lot of that optionality. But I do think like just in terms of fairness and related to optionality, like that's why I'm also interested in these things, right? Like the self-drivingness of the company is directly correlates to like maximum freedom for me, right? Before, there was this kind of like, it's sort of like a trap where like the more successful you are, the less free you are. The more employees you have, the less time, the less vacations you like literally like you are a billionaire, but you have no free time. Like that's literally kind of the trade. So I'm like, well, is it possible to have a successful business, even potentially with lots of employees, but with AI making even hiring and firing and signing contracts, writing contracts, signing contracts, doing investor relations. Right now, we ran our tender offer. It was me running the tender offer using an agent. There are a lot of fun ideas that I think are worth kind of experimenting with that like potentially like this like, AI sort of like it's kind of like, why go to space? It's like, I don't know. But if we go to space, we might learn something. Just by the nature of the challenge, we'll have to learn and invent a lot of new science and technology, and that will probably have other applications. Like some percent of that will be useful in some other sector of the economy, right?